Shadowing. Did our politician pass this sleep study? It's the last day of the federal parliament's current sitting period and time to find out just how badly our chosen politicians have been sleeping. It's also the perfect time to apply some pressure. After 2 weeks of marathon late night parliamentary sessions, back to back early morning meetings, and endless press conferences, we're about to find out just how damaging even a short period of poor sleep can be. First, we will retest some key indicators like reaction time. I don't think I'm drive home. 10 days of working in the nation's capital has taken its toll. 175 on 100 is not good, and it poses 70 now. Binary Joyce's blood pressure has gone from high to dangerous high. Next. Hello. Did you bring me in a pillow? Because God, I need one. Do you want to see how you won? So, on a 10-point scale, you're about 8 in terms of just how asleep you are right at this moment, right now. That's politically putting. Blood pressure very high to begin with, and it's 25-point increase over the last couple of weeks. Here's what we see in terms of your reaction time. It's gone up a huge amount. As you said, I'm glad I'm not going to drive home. Don't one on your arm, the blood glue measures. A week ago, you're sitting about 5.3, and then it's gone up to 6.6. So it's been creeping up all week. Pushes you into the pre-diabetic range. Great. Yep. You can see the stars alright. It's being here. That's enough to good lifestyle. Everyone's seeing a deterioration in some or all of their indicators. So what's been happening with their sleep? When we look at your oxygen level very closely, we found a pattern that consistent with obstructive sleep apnea. Do you know what it is? Snoring? Basically, you stop breathing. Yes, right. For quite a long periods of time. Great, which is not good for your brain. So you are fine now. We're up in front. What? You're right on the edge of what we actually call severe sleep apnea. Some nights it's happening every couple of minutes. How long do I stop breathing for? About 30 seconds at a time. How many years is that take of my life? Well, You have a little awakening when this happens. Does it sound familiar? It sounds scary. It's scary. Do you snore? I don't know. I haven't had a man in my bed for 20 years, sweetheart. I can assure you, no one making any complaints. Every politician we tested is now sleeping less. Some have clear signs of insomnia. Some of these nights you've been here at work in the same 5 hours of sleep, and others have an insomnia and sleep apnea. You've got what we call comorbid sleep apnea and insomnia. On average, people with that combination they die earlier. Great, thank you. You can do something about it. That's the point, and guess that kind of what we want to say. With women, the risk of sleep apnea really increases when they become perimenopause and go through the menopause. Do you have any good news for women once they start going to menopause and getting old? Is there anything good for us? The bad thing that happens to women is they stop trying to please everybody else. We have attitudes and we just don't give. Exactly right. You're passionate about being a politician, doing what you're doing, but we want you to do that job, but not at the expense of your health. And I think it's an unhealthy workplace, and I think it needs change. But what would we do? No, this is crazy boarding school. It's really like you haven't been to boarding school. Become a politician is pretty close. Making decisions and things that when you have a much sleep or there's an alcohol. Is it time that we fix this workplace? Yeah, I suppose it's I trying to work out, how you do that. I've seen people whose life has been completely transposed by actually changed by some of these things that this guy do. Worth think about. Okay, no, I do more think about it because I'm not on television. Our politicians had worsening sleep patterns across the sitting fortnight, with serious health consequences. Hopefully, this will send a message to get sleep back on the political agenda and start changing lives across Australia. One more. It's the last day of the Federal Parliament's current sitting period and time to find out just how badly our chosen politician has been sleeping. It's also the perfect time to apply some pressure. After 2 weeks of marathon late-night parliamentary session, back-to-back early morning meetings, and endless pressure conferences, we're about to find out just how damaging even a short period of poor sleep can be. First, we retest some key indicators like reaction time. I don't think I'd drive home. 10 days of working in the nation capital has taken its toll. 175 and 100? That's not good. And your pulse is 70 now. Finally, Joy's blood pressure has gone from high to dangerously high. Next. Hello. Did you bring me in a pillow? Because, God, I need one. So, on a 10-point scale, you're about 8 in terms of how sleepy you are right at this moment right now. Naked, that's politically putting it. Blood pressure, very high. Very high to begin with, and it's 25-point increase over the last couple of weeks. It's what we see in terms of your reaction time. It's gone up. I'll choose a month. As you said, I'm glad you're not gonna try it home. Don't. The one on your arm, the blood glucose measure. Week ago, we sitting at about 5.3, and then it's gone up to 6.6. So it's been creeping up all week. Pushes into the pre-diabetic range. Great. You can see at the start, right? It's been here. Doesn't have to good luck lifestyle. Everyone's seeing a deterioration in some or of indicator. So what's been happening with their sleep? When we looked at your oxygen level very closely, we found a pattern that's consistent with obstructive sleep apnea. Do you know what it is? Snoring? Basically, you stop breathing quite a long period of time, which is not good for your brain. 3/4 night you are around 3/4 night where we after around what we're gonna add to what we call severe sleep apnea. Some night it's happening every couple of minutes. How long I stop breathing for? About 30 seconds at time. How many years it take of my life? Well, you have a little waking this happens. It sounds scary. It's scary. Do you snore? I don't know. I haven't had a man in my bed for 20 years, sweetheart. I can assure you I'm not making any complaint. Every politician we test is not sleeping less. Some have clear sign of insomnia. Some of these nights you are being in a sense 5 hours of sleep, and others have insomnia and sleep apnea. You've got what we call more sleep apnea and insomnia. On average, people with the combination they die earlier. Great. With women, the risk of sleep apnea really increases when they become perimenopause and go through the menopause. Do you have any good news for women once they start going to menopause and getting old? Is there anything good for us? The best thing happens to women is they stop trying to please everybody else. We have attitudes we just don't give up. Exactly right. You're passionate about being a politician, doing what you're doing. We want you to do that job, but not at the expense of your health. And I think it's an unhealthy workplace, and I think it needs change. What would you do with this great board school? It is really like you have been to board school, become a politician is pretty close. Making decisions and things you haven't had much sleep or that's alcohol. Isn't it time that we fix this workplace? Yeah, I suppose is I'm trying to work out and how you do that. Absence people is become complete transformed by actually change by some of things this guy do. Worth think about. Okay, I no, I would do more think about it because this is now on television Our politician has worsened sleep pattern across the sitting fortnight with serious health consequences. Hopefully this will send a message to get the sleep back on the political agenda and start changing life across Australia.